We got a movie coming out, guys. Very excited with Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, and no, I'm not talking about Endgame. We're talking about Men in Black International. They have dropped spots before, but this morning they dropped another full trailer this morning.
They dropped it at midnight.
Was it at midnight they dropped it?
I covered it at midnight. Yeah.
Really? I didn't even realize that. So here comes this trailer now. And it gives more of the backstory to Tessa Thompson's character, how she gets plugged in, a little reminiscent of the Will Smith, you know, kind of stumbling into it a little bit, although she's been on the hunt for them. So this first trailer for Men in Black, well, this next trailer, I should say, for Men in Black International comes out. Greg, you already kind of covered it. So what were your thoughts on this trailer?
I wasn't a big fan of the first trailer. I felt like it was trying to be Men in Black, but it wasn't really doing its own thing. I like this new trailer way, way more. And I actually like the idea of Tessa Thompson's background sort of taking advantage of what could be considered a potential plot hole with the whole neuralizer thing. Like sometimes people might not just get neuralized, and for a little girl to just witness that happen and be searching for it the whole time gives it a more personal motive for her to be part of the MIB. And I think they're like Chris Hemsworth looks like he is a combination of his new Thor rendition met with a little bit of his Ghostbusters character, whereas but I think Tessa Thompson, I don't like, even though we're always going Thor and Valkyrie, I don't feel like she's doing Valkyrie in this one. Their chemistry looks great in it, and I'm not like super ecstatic about it, but I'm much more excited for it than I was than the first trailer.
Rob, did you have a chance to check it out yet?
Yeah, and I agree with that. You know, it's funny. I really think Hemsworth is a deft comedian, and he's been given these he's allowed, especially after Ragnarok and Ghostbusters, to sort of expand. And he spoke about how in Endgame they sort of he was worried that the Russo brothers would pull him back to make him the Thor of Thor 1, for instance, and he was happy that they went more in the direction of his talents. And I think whenever I've seen him in real life, he's just a funny guy.
Yes,
you know, he seems like, you know, he talks about his kids. What a dad that guy must be. And I think it really, like you had said, that Greg, that this plays to his strengths. So I think that's terrific, and I love that.
I watched their celebrity insults, him and Scarlett Johansson last night.
Oh my God,
so funny. yeah.
Did you see the one with Ryan Reynolds and Josh Brolin?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
That one was just
that's my favorite one.
Nuts. And I agree. I think this felt a little bit like the Thor he has been turning into a little bit. I think your analogy was bang on, Greg. The Thor he's been turning into, crossed with his characters in Ghostbusters. I'll tell you what, I like this trailer. I actually think I might have liked the other one better. So
really?
There was something about it that felt a little thin. Just something, but granted, there's still probably going to be another full trailer dropping, and we'll probably get a better idea. But I did like the Tessa Thompson element to this one. I just got to see a little bit more, because right now it feels almost like a Saturday Night Live parody of Men in Black a little bit to me. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but we're going to have to wait and see, and we'll find out soon enough for sure.
Well,
all right.
Sorry, there you go.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say, Greg?
I just find it kind of interesting. It's F. Gary Gray, right, who's directing it?
Yes.
Yeah. And the fact that Barry Levinson, who was the director? Barry Sonnenfeld did the original Men in Black trilogy. And I feel like he's trying to replicate what Barry Sonnenfeld did instead of just really doing his own stamp on it. And that's the main thing that's distracting to me about it. I feel like when you try to do another director's work, it doesn't really. And I think that's where the Saturday Night Live comparison sort of comes into play here.